where there's some more drama today with the DA giving Joburg's new mayor 48 hours to explain a scam that he was allegedly involved in. The party claims Kabelo Gwamanda scammed people out of their money using his entity, eThemba Lama Africa. The funeral and investment scheme reportedly failed to pay investors when it was time for paying out the benefits. Pule Letshwiti-Jones has been following developments around this new mayor of Johannesburg, joining us now in studio just to tell us what is going on. Good afternoon, Pule. Welcome to today. So what is the DA saying exactly? What are they accusing the new mayor, Mr. Gwamanda, of?
So I think we should go back to what happened last week Friday. The newly elected mayor steps in. He's sworn as the executive mayor of Johannesburg. He announces the mayoral committee and is ready to actually kickstart the job of ensuring proper service delivery in the city of Johannesburg. A day later, allegations are brought to the attention of the Democratic Alliance in the Johannesburg caucus, where a group of women and men, the elderly too, from parts of Soweto and Protea Glen area are saying, or rather alleging, that they were scammed by this entity which belongs to Mr. Gwamanda as well. I think this backdates to about 2015, and they're saying they were persuaded into investing their fortunes into the scheme with the thought that they would receive some big investments out of the scheme. Also, they were told that they could invest in funeral policies that would then come back as greater fortunes, but it seems as though that was not the case. So the DA says it's working along with these victims, and what we'll be doing next is to ensure that they open or press charges against Mr. Gwamanda. They say this is not petty politicking, it's not an attempt to try to destabilize the city of Johannesburg, but it's an attempt to ensure that those who were allegedly scammed do receive justice and that there is accountability. Let's just take a listen to what the mayor had to say, the former mayor of Johannesburg, Mpopalati, had to say.
It's quite disappointing. Mayor Gwamanda is a public representative. His allegations have come out in the public domain, and they involve more than one individual. From what I understand, it's quite a lot of people who had invested in the scheme, particularly in the Protea area, Protea North, Protea South. Some private wardens, some prison wardens as well were involved. Some burial societies as well were involved, from what I hear. And it's only right for the mayor to then respond publicly, because this is now a matter of public interest.
You know, if you want to hold your hand up, put your hand up for a mayoral position, you need to make sure, or you need to be knowing that there's nothing like this untoward that may come up. I mean, we've seen several of these mayors recently in Gauteng facing all kinds of issues, including Mr. Makwarela in Tshwane. Now we've got Mr. Gwamanda with these allegations, but surely should have been vetted.
Yep, surely he should have been vetted. In fact, Mr. Hanif Hendricks from Al Jama'ah, the president who lead it, saying that he, of course, in Parliament serves in a committee which deals with intelligence processes and, of course, systems. He says upon ensuring that Mr. Gwamanda is inverted internally within the party, they then sought, or rather, went to the ANC and said, can you conduct this vetting process independently so and ensure that our systems are accurate? And what we understand is that they found nothing. They say that they vetted and they found nothing. But Mr. Hendricks could not confirm whether he knew about this eThemba Lama Africa or not. In fact, he said he wasn't there when this entity was being opened. So it begs to differ what really happened here, and if whether Mr. Gwamanda did disclose about having this entity before.
Yeah, no matter what happens, an investigation now has to take place.
An investigation now has to take place. We do now understand that this company or entity did exist. It seems as though it did close on the 30th of March and that it's not operating this year, and it's not operating anymore. I've also tried to locate some of the victims across Soweto. I managed to speak to 4 of them. What they said was they will speak to us on Wednesday after they've gotten legal advice and opening press the charges against Mr. Gwamanda. But they did, of course, send me some, something to work on, referencing and voice notes which have been circulating around these allegations that they've made. I spoke to more than 4 of them. If it was one person, I would be very suspicious of it, but it's more than 4 people who are making these allegations.
And we'll have to wait and see what happens come Wednesday. But his party, anything more that they are saying?
Well, You'd remember the DA said, we're giving Al Jamaa 48 hours to conduct a press briefing in which the mayor must come clean. But the party leader, Mr. Hendricks, saying that's not going to happen. In fact, he believes that Mpho Phalate is bitter, that she did not emerge victorious in the race to be the mayor of Johannesburg. And therefore, they're saying they will not be entertaining that. In fact, they're focusing on the job of ensuring proper service delivery in the city. But let's just take a listen to what Mr. Hanif Hendricks had to say in the morning when I spoke to him.
Look, I've told the mayor, you've got a job to do. You have to, speak to all the different departments, get to know them. There's no time for such media briefings. You will have a spokesperson. That's the job of a spokesperson. The mayor will do the city address. You got to prepare for that. You got to tell the residents of Johannesburg what your vision is, what the programs is. I've had a look at some of the programs. It was said to me by coalition partners, including the ANC. I'm very impressed. I feel that there will be service delivery of the highest level, never seen before in the city of Joburg. That is our focus. We're not interested in the DA's peddling of false information. They can go to the police station. I hope the police will tell them, look, we're going to arrest you for wasting our time for frivolous allegations.
Well, frivolous allegations are going to have to be tested, Mr. Hanif Hendricks of Al Jamaa, against the mayor of Johannesburg in one form or another. He's going to have to, as the DA says, come clean in the next day or two. So the Joburg residents can be comfortable that they have a mayor who does not have any allegations over his head at this stage.